Here we go, first day of yoga. I got my new mic set up, I'm super excited, and we're just gonna get started. My name is Kai, and I know some of you have been following my channel because I've been doing yoga for a little bit now, but we're back, we've rebranded, we're revamped, updated, so I'm super excited to start a new series of yoga with this new setup, lots of light in this room. Today we're gonna be doing a 30-minute practice with lots of earthy grounding poses so that we can get really rooted into the ground during this time of year, especially in winter. I'll take you through a typical Kai flow, and without further ado, we'll get started. Let's start in a child's pose here first. Arms extended out long, forehead on the mat, and try to move your hips backward in space so that you can start to tuck your tailbone underneath you. Big inhale in here. Big exhale out. Start to get to know your breath. Start to create a relationship with your breath there so that you can use your breath as a friend, as a companion, as you move through this flow with us. Start to crawl your hands over to the right side of the mat. Left hand comes on top of right hand. Your gaze starts to peek underneath that left armpit as you stretch all up into that left side body there. Left arm reaching out from the torso reaching out from the waist, while the sit bones reach back in space to anchor you at the back of the mat. Every inhale getting taller, getting longer. Every exhale, sitting into that new space. Make your way back to center. Crawl your hands over to the other side of the mat. This time your right hand comes on top of your left hand, and then you can start to peek underneath this armpit also. Your right sit point is moving back in space. You're growing out of your hips, extending into those spaces in between the rib bones, the outer shoulder joint, even the outer edge of the pinky. Start to crawl your hands over to the center of the mat. Make your way onto all fours, finding your wrists underneath your elbows right underneath your shoulders, and then your knees right underneath those hips there. On your inhale, look forward, drop the belly, widen the collarbones. Inhale. Exhale, round into yourself. Belly pulls up towards spine. Fronts of thighs are lifting. And then inhale, move forward. Exhale, round into yourself. And then I'll give you a few breaths here to move in whatever way feels good. Maybe rotating around the head. If you do rotate it, make sure you're going in the opposite direction as well to balance things out. You could even flip the palms here so that the fingertips face backward, and then you could start to kind of rock back and forth between an all fours and kind of a child's pose variation. There's really no rules here as to like what kind of movement you should be or could be doing, so definitely use this time to just explore your body and like do something weird, you know? Have fun with it. All right, we're gonna find all fours again with our fingertips facing forward. From here, we're gonna tuck the toes, lift the knees 1 inch off the floor. So we're just a little bit off the floor here, starting to experience what it's like to float off the floor, to use our palms, the balls of the feet as the foundation. Can you pull your lower belly up here? Good. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Nice. Once you get to this first down dog, bend your knees so much that you can hike your hips higher up to the sky, almost like you're kind of in a puppy dog shape, like when a dog stretches its front legs out and kind of pulls its booty back. That's kind of the shape you're going for here. And then from here, you can start to extend out your legs to find that down dog shape. Once you get into down dog, can you rotate your armpits inward to come out of your shoulders so that you can reach your chest closer to your thighs? Good. Inhale, roll out to a high plank. Might have to adjust the feet a little bit here. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Once you're all the way down, untuck the toes. Baby cobra, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. But can you also lift the hands off of the ground? So you're really driving this shape with your thighs, with the tops of the feet, moving heart forward in space. And then exhale, lower. We'll come back into downward facing dog. And walking the feet up towards the hands. Forward fold at the top of your mat there. Just hang in, relaxing. Getting to know this upside down shape. Might feel good to sway from right to left. Grabbing opposite elbows here to give you a little bit more traction to forward fold. As the sit bones try to reach higher up to the sky. Let go of the hands if you have them grasped. Inhale, half lift, flat back, strong back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up all the way to stand, articulating through every single vertebrae there. Urdhva Hastasana, arms reach up towards the sky, gazes up to the sky. You're super, super tall here. Crown of the head reaches up, tailbone reaches down. Exhale, let it all go, forward fold. Your right foot's gonna reach back, your left foot's gonna reach back. You're in that downward facing dog. From down dog, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. No need to go super high on this three-legged dog. Instead, try to drop your outer right hip so that the tops of your thighs can kind of come together there. And then you could spiral the leg inward and up to the sky. Good. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Let's step it on through. This time, dropping the knee, untucking the toes, and then lifting up into your crescent lunge. It's called a crescent lunge because this shape here from your fingertips all the way down your torso and out through that back leg is supposed to invoke like a crescent moon shape. If you think about that crescent moon shape, it has that nice little bend in the middle. Instead of trying to create that curve with your belly or with your solar plexus chakra, move the belly button back in space so that you can stack your shoulders right on top of your hips there. And from there, drive the shape forward with your hips. Lift your arms. Good, nice. From here, open up the arms to the left, look towards your left side. And this reverse warrior kind of variation here with the back leg lowered. Stretching all up into the right side body there. Exhale, make your way forward. Heel toe your right foot to the left side. I'm gonna boom and then boom to make my way to a seated twist. I have my legs extended out here because basically you want both sit points on the floor. You can totally bend this knee and sit in this shape as well. Just for me, my right sit point kind of lifts off the ground, so instead I'm gonna extend out my left leg. From here, find your sit points. Inhale, arms come up high. Exhale, twist to the right. With every inhale, can you get taller? With every exhale, maybe twist a bit more. Keeping collarbones open, keeping heart area open. Nice. Base of the spine rooted into the ground here. Then, counter twist. Go over to the other side. Forehead reaches down to the mat. give it a kiss. Back facing forward. We're gonna make our way to a forward fold just by coming here. Hanging out in this shape again. We've been here once before. Now, I'm gonna add a little optional spicy pose here, keeping the fingertips on the ground, keeping the right foot on the ground. I'm slowly gonna start to lift my left leg. Now, I'm in a standing split. You're in a standing split. And this one is kind of one of my favorite one-legged balance poses because you have your fingers on the ground, because eventually the crown of the head is gonna relax. So it's a pretty earthy and pretty grounded one-legged balance. Focusing here on dropping that left hip as well, so that you can square off the hips here, opening up into the back of the standing leg. Then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up all the way to stand. Urdhva. Exhale, come back down to the ground. Step, step. Chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll do left side now. Inhale, left leg goes long. Again, I'm gonna dial that left hip down so that maybe I can bring the right heel closer to the ground. I'm still rotating my armpits inwards to come out of my shoulders. And maybe that means my leg is not going so high up, right? And that's okay. Knee to nose, crunch it in. Back into three-legged dog. Knee to nose to crunch it in. Step the foot in between the palms. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Anjaneyasana is where you're making your way. So making those same adjustments you did on the other side, right? Trying to drive the ship or the shape forward with your hips. I'm gonna give my arms a little rest here. Option to clasp your arms behind you if you want, so that you can open up the collarbones here. So you can be here, you can be here, you could even be here if you wanted to. It's really your practice, so you can choose kind of what arm shape you want to be and then go from there. So from crescent lunge, this time we're opening up into the right side. Left arm comes up and over for this kind of reverse warrior variation here. Your back arm can rest on that back calf or back thigh. Left hand comes forward, right hand comes forward. This time you're gonna heel toe your left foot to the right, and then boom, you're here, or boom, you're here. I'm gonna back up a bit. This seated spinal twist. I'm gonna inhale to get super tall, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Arms lift high, and exhale, twist on over to the left. Feeling tall in this shape, tucking the chin in to lift the back of the head closer to the ceiling. Rooting down into the ground with our sit bones, with the base of the spine. Then counter twist to the other side. Forehead kisses the mat. Then boom, boom, boom. We make our way to a forward fold. So last time we brought the left leg up. This time we're gonna bring the right leg up into that standing split, if you're interested. Fingertips stay on the ground. This time I'm gonna release my head, release the back of the neck, and then lift the right leg up to the sky. From here, I'm gonna bend the left knee a little bit, square off the hips, then re-lengthen the standing leg. You could even try to balance by holding onto your ankle there, if that's in your practice, if that's doable for you. Right foot finds the left forward fold. Inhale, come all the way to stand, Urdhva. Exhale, we're making our way back down to the ground. Step left, step right, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. heart forward to your future. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, right leg goes long, three-legged dog again. This time, knee to nose, step it on through, and then parallel the feet to the left side of the room. Now you're in a wide-legged forward fold. From here, bend into one knee, bend into the other knee, maybe even do a little bit of this, and kind of sit into your hips there. Basically, what I want you to do in this shape is to really just add some dynamic movement to explore the hips. We're moving up the body. So we started with first chakra. Now we're making our way to second chakra in the hips. Find stillness here. Bring the heels in to come into a squat. Ooh, come into a squat. Knees open outward as the hips, as the pelvis move forward in space so that the spine can be tall, the heart center can be open. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, warrior two to the front of the mat. Once you get here, relax the shoulders. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Bending into that front knee there. Making sure that the outer edge of that left foot, the back foot, is rooted into the mat, glued on the mat. And now that we're aware of that outer edge of the back foot, can you use that, almost press into the outer edge to move the left hip forward in space so you could bend into the right knee a little bit more. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right hand comes up and over. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm lifts. Right arm can be here, or you can bring it down. The nice thing about bringing it down is that you can start to press that right knee into the elbow so that you can start to encourage your hips to move forward in space, and then you can find a baby back bend here. Nice. Outer edge of that back foot is still rooted into the mat. Inhale, reverse warrior, wash it out. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Take a flow. We'll do everything on the left side. Inhale, left leg goes long, three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Step it on through, parallel your feet to the right side room, wide-legged forward fold. And then you could bend into one side, bend into the other side. You could even crawl your hands so far behind you that you can grab for the backs of your legs and kind of leverage your sit bones to reach higher up to the ceiling. And then maybe from there, you come into some sort of inversion. I don't know if I can do it. I'm gonna give it a shot. But something like this, and maybe like this. Ooh, I'm gonna make my way back to wide-legged forward fold. Heels come into that squat again. Inhale, flying warrior. Warrior two, you're back at the front of the mat. Shoulder blades reach down the back here. Crown of the head reaches up. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Try to keep all this length here as you move forward for extended side angle. So instead of feeling like you're crunching into the left side body, think of extending out of the left side body. Finding the baby back bend here. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, down to the mat. Step back, take a flow. We'll meet in a child's pose for a second. Hips can be a lot. They can reveal a lot about what we're feeling, our emotions, and so taking a minute here to collect ourselves, to catch ourselves. Before moving on to the last bit of practice today. From child's pose, come up to a seat. Extend the legs out long. in front of you. From here, you could bend the knees and come here, or you can come to bow pose by lifting the heels off the floor. Whichever case you are, here or here, we're gonna do a little combination core third chakra twist. Pray your hands, twist to the left, center, twist to the right, center, twist to the left, center, twist to the right, center. You get the point. Isolating out the core here so that we're not only activating solar plexus chakra, third chakra, but we're also adding the digestive element of twisting side to side. Pro tip, the next time you need to digest quickly, if you move side to side like this, it'll get things going. We're just here for 8 more. You're just here for 6 more. You're just here for 4. You're just here for 3. You're just here for 2. You're just here for 1. Let it go. And then make your way onto your backs. Soles of the feet on the ground. Mat's width distance to knock the knees in for a second. Neutralize the lower back here. Right hand on your belly. Left hand on your heart. Grounding back down into the earth, into our own foundation, the places where we came from, our own origin, our own journeys from where we started. From here, bring the feet mat's width distance, arms by your side. Gonna come into a few bridges. Inhale, lift the hips high. Once you lift the hips high, can you also squeeze the knees together? Like if you had a block in between your thighs, you're holding it there so it doesn't drop. Hips high to the sky. Exhale, lower down. Okay, needed to grab some water real quick. Important part of yoga, stay hydrated. Okay, we're back in the bridge. Inhale, hips high. And from here, you can start to clasp your hands underneath you and move the shoulders underneath. So it's kind of an extension of the bridge without having to go all the way onto your hands. Lower down. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Roll side to side. Place the left foot down on the ground, right ankle on top of left thigh, and then draw the thigh in for this reclined pigeon. Right knee moving out in space, lower back rooted into the ground. Option to also extend this leg if that feels good for you, right? Only doing what feels good for you. That's the rule of good yoga. Bringing the left foot down, right foot down. This time left ankle on top of right. Moving right knee closer to the chest. Left knee away from the chest. Getting into the glute, the IT band there. And then right foot finds the floor, left foot finds the floor. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Reach the forehead to the knees, curl up into a tight little ball. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then let go. Shavasana. Widening the arms, widening the legs. even beyond the mat there, taking up lots of space. Take a big inhale in, big exhale out. Letting the practice sink in here, letting your body sink in to all the new space that you created. Whether that was physical new space or emotional new space, or space for your feelings, or even psychological new space like a new mental pathway, a new way of talking to yourself, a way of being compassionate, generous, and kind to ourselves as much as we are to others. Take a deeper breath on this next inhale. Let it go. Start to scrunch your fingers, wiggle your toes. Nod your head left and right. Have a swallow. Lift your arms up overhead like you're waking up from the best nap of your life. Stretching in opposite directions. Rolling on over to your left side in a fetal shape here. Quietly making your way to a seat. Once you get to a seat, let's bring hands to heart center. We'll close it out with 3 breaths, starting by exhaling everything out. Big inhale in, biggest breath yet of the day. Let it go. Again, even bigger breath than the last one. Sip, sip, sip all the way to the top. Exhale, let it go. Last breath all together. Big breath in. Sip, sip, sip all the way to the top. Once you get to the top, hold that inspiration in for 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Bowing your chin in towards your chest for a moment of gratitude for your body, your practice, your breath, the decisions that brought you here to this video to practice with me, and knowing that you're exactly where you need to be right now. Namaste. All right, so that concludes our yoga practice for today. I hope you liked it. I hope that it was really giving you everything that you needed. This is just the beginning, so expect more of these. We're gonna be working through that kind of same earthy flow for a few videos to start off so that we can really get the foundation set. And then from there, the world's our oyster. No, just kidding. We're gonna make our way up our bodies. So we're gonna go into second flow, second chakra, hips, and then eventually making our way up the chakra system for the rest of this year. So stay tuned, get ready, and I'll see you again. Bye.